After debuting in Norway only to have great success onto the scene with Austria's Red Bull Salzburg and achieve scoring singularity with Germany's Borussia Dortmund, Erling arrived in 2022 at Premier League champions Manchester City for a steal of a sum and immediately threatened the records amid a torrential Nordic downpour of hat-tricks. And given that Erling was born in 2000, there are even more reasons to believe that the target man's very best is still yet to come. Erling makes his debut among the highest-paid athletes this year, and getting onto the Forbes list at number 32. Compared to other footballers, Erling is number 6 on the highest-paid footballers on Forbes list this year, earning $35 million on the field and $4 million off of it. So, with all the magic he's created on the pitch so far in his still young career, is Alfie's son properly paid like the superstar he is? Let's take a closer look at his salary details, net worth, including his contract's eye-popping release clause and more. Salary. Erling was actually reported to only be earning $75 every week when starting his rise to prominence at Molde Football Club, with those terms rising to $25,000 a week at Red Bull Salzburg. The terms Erling agreed on when linking up with Dortmund are said to be worth $163,000 a week, meaning that the Viking from Norway pulled in a little over $8.5 million on an annual basis. Erling, who is only 22 years old, signed a contract with Manchester City in July 2022, and this contract gives the striker a gross salary of $24,500,000 for the 2022 to 2023 season for Manchester City, or $463,000 per week. This means that Erling will be earning $24 million a year, with $208 million for his release clause. We have crunched the numbers, and this means that the Viking earns $2 million a month, $66,000 a day, $2,750 per hour, and $46 per minute. Well deserved. Reports claims that Erling gets a basic salary which is in line with the other higher earners at the club, but then a series of substantial, almost guaranteed bonuses will see his weekly wage surge above $1,100,000, and in Erling's case, $1,250,000 per week, thanks to goal bonuses, is highly realistic. Because of Erling's clausule, he probably end up earning over $62 million annual in his first season as a Cityzen. Nice. Net worth. Erling is one of the top-earning footballers in the world, and his net worth is estimated to be somewhere around $50 million to $62 million. Market value. According to Transfermarkt, Erling's current market value is $182 million. The outstanding striker from Norway is only 22 years old, and his 5-year deal with the Premier League club Manchester City will see his net worth mirror that sentiment at a colossal $150 million contract. Erling Haaland has 4 years and $98 million gross remaining on his contract with Manchester City, expiring on June 30th, 2027. His release clause is set to $214 million. Transfer. Despite being a reported target of Manchester United and Juventus, Bundesliga club Borussia Dortmund confirmed the signing of Erling Haaland on the 29th of December 2019, 3 days before the winter transfer window opened, for a fee reported to be in the region of $22 million, signing a 4.5-year contract. The Citizens got him for only $66 million because of a release clause at his previous club. And after arriving from Borussia Dortmund last summer, Erling has dominated the Premier League and broken a string of records, and winning the Premier League title in his debut season. The future. The bosses at Manchester City will sit down with Erling at the end of this season, 2022-2023, to offer him a new contract, which will see him probably become the best-paid player in the Premier League on a basic salary of $618,000 a week. City also hope that tying down Erling at the Etihad will attract his friend and former Borussia Dortmund colleague Jude Bellingham to the club. As mentioned earlier, Erling's current deal runs until 2027, but City are looking to extend it by a year as part of proposals to maintain his services despite interest from Real Madrid.